Hey everyone, let's dive right into this incredibly effective, accessible resource for your morning mobility. This is a routine specifically designed to gently awaken your body and set the perfect tone for your day. Instead of just throwing you right into a high-intensity, sweat-dripping workout, this guide uses fluid movement and intentional breathing to follow what we call a brilliantly designed energy arc. Basically, it starts out flat on the floor, gradually builds your physical energy up to a peak, and then it gracefully brings you right back down to a place of centered, grounded focus.
Right off the bat, we've got to talk about the core philosophy here, which is deep listening to your body. Think about it. First thing in the morning, your muscles are cold. The goal isn't forcing shapes. It's all about tuning into your physical sensations and finding fluid movement that works for you today. If something feels a bit too intense, just dial it back. Make this practice your own.
So, here's the exact roadmap of our energy arc for today. We're going to start with gentle ground awakenings, then transition to tabletop, peak with active poses and core, cool down by winding down with twists, and finally, close by setting a daily intention. Let's get into it.
Part 1. Gentle Ground Awakenings.
We're beginning low and slow with some truly restorative stretches right on the floor. After some simple ankle rotations, just to wake up the joints, we move into deep hip openers like thread the needle. By crossing one ankle over your opposite thigh and gently pulling it towards you, you release those notoriously tight morning hips. It's a fantastic, deep stretch that demands literally zero standing effort, just intentional breathing.
Next up, we sit up and inch forward into a squat. And honestly, this perfectly illustrates how to adapt to that typical morning stiffness. A traditional Malasana squat requires flat heels and open knees, which, let's be real, can feel totally impossible at 7 a.m. Instead, keeping your heels lifted in a gentle, side-to-side froggy squat is perfectly fine and frankly feels great.
Part 2. Transitioning to tabletop.
Now the energy begins to slightly increase as we move on to our hands and knees for a classic breath-to-movement flow. You inhale into cow pose to open the chest, then exhale into cat pose to round the spine. This movement essentially flosses your spine, getting you completely prepped to curl those toes under and push up into your first major active pose of the day, downward facing dog.
From there, you drop your knees wide for an extended child's pose. Notice the beautiful sensory language used here by the instructor, melting the weight of your chest down to the ground. It's a very active release, using intentional breathing. You're filling the back body with air on the inhale and then deliberately releasing physical tension into the earth on the exhale. We follow that right up with puppy pose, which is also known as heart-to-earth pose. Keeping your forearms parallel, you walk your knees backward, peeling your hip creases high while your heart drops. It deeply opens the shoulders, wonderfully prepping the upper body for the more active sequence that's just ahead.
Part 3. Active poses and core.
Okay, so here is where our energetic arc really reaches its absolute peak. From downward dog, we lift one leg high, and on the exhale, we physically shift our weight forward, trying to literally kiss the knee to the nose. Repeating this 3 times builds some serious heat before stepping the foot all the way up into a lunge. It wakes up the abdominal wall just beautifully.
Pivoting into an abbreviated Warrior 2 pose with the back knee down is going to do wonders for both flexibility and balance. You want an upward current of energy lifting through your chest, paired with a heavy, grounding energy anchoring down through your back body. Now, a common mistake here is popping the pelvis out to the side with the instructor jokes looks like a cool surfing move. Instead, you want to lengthen the tailbone down and get your center of gravity perfectly underneath you.
Transitioning into lizard pose, just look at how amazingly adaptable this is. You can keep your back knee on the earth, or, if you're feeling it, lift it up for some more fire. Stay high on your palms, or lower all the way down onto your forearms. You can even use your hand on your front thigh as a fulcrum to gently press away and open the hip. The pose meets you exactly where your energy is at today.
When we go to repeat this sequence on the second side, a really subtle shift absolutely changes everything. Instead of pulling the knee straight to the nose, the instructor cues drawing a wide rainbow arc to kiss the outside elbow. This fresh trajectory brilliantly activates your obliques.
Part 4. Winding down with twists.
So, having peaked our heart rate, we gracefully begin our descent back down to the floor to cool the nervous system. Utilizing our core connection one last time, we transition from a seated, cow legs, cross-legged position down to our backs. Opening our arms wide like a cactus, we drop both knees to one side for deeply restorative spinal twists, just letting the head fall heavy to the opposite shoulder. Coming out of that twist, there's this really lovely moment of lightheartedness. By grabbing the outer edges of the feet, we use a bit of momentum to just playfully rock and roll up and down the length of the spine. It gives the back a gentle massage and brings us upright to round out the physical movements.
Part 5. Setting a daily intention.
As the physical journey wraps up, we shift entirely over to mindful reflection and preparing for the hours ahead. We take a few final, very subtle movements, inhaling shoulders up to the ears, then exhaling them back and down to lift the heart space. Finding total physical stillness with your palms together in prayer, you capture a quiet, undisturbed moment entirely for yourself before the demands of the day rush in. In this nice, quiet space, you're actually encouraged to zero in on just one single word or intention. We're not talking about a giant to-do list or a complex goal here, just one word. Maybe it's patience, energy, gratitude, or focus. Just one word to quietly repeat to yourself as a guiding light for your day. Ultimately, this routine proves you absolutely do not need some grueling hour-long workout to completely transform your morning and enhance your well-being. You just need to listen to your body and link fluid movement with your breath. So, as we close this explainer, I'll leave you with this final thought to carry with you off the mat. What will your intention be today?